Welcome to Havelock Park as we raise the curtain on the traditional games after closing it on the Dialog Schools Rugby League. It's the Rizwi Suhayb Trophy for the year 2026, which was inaugurated in 2025, and Shakib Zumri's Isipathana College will take on Makail Karunaratna's S.Thomas College here at the park. The skies have just opened up as we start the live telecast, as the spectators who are gathered in numbers get their umbrellas out and look for shelter. The teams are out for their warm-ups, and probably the last time that these teams, or the last time that the final year players of both teams will feature in their first 15 jumper. For Isipathana College, of course, it will be the last game of the season, but for St. Thomas's College, they have a couple of traditional games to come, which are yet to be confirmed. But for both these teams, they'll want to try and give it their all in this encounter as the Thomians start their warm-up. It will be a slippery ball that both teams will have to play with today. Ball handling will come into play. It will be an ultimate test of how much these teams want it with the rugby league concluded. Thomians get their muscles warmed up. We'll have a look at the weather here. Currently it's 28 degrees Celsius. That wouldn't matter too much, but the rain and the wind speed here at Havelock Sports Club is what both these teams will have to work with and will have to work around if they are to win this game. Last year it was a win for the Thomians after quite some time, but in 2024 they did come close to beating Isipathana College, but that 2025 win that they got at the big club grounds was something that the Thomian team really did cherish. It came on the last weekend of the first round in the 2025 season. As the crowds gather in here, both teams have had pretty decent seasons, you could say. The Thomians would have wanted to be in the cup segment, were in the plate, finished the season pretty strongly, the Thomians, but the start of the season was what set the tone for what was going to be a bit of a long season for the Thomians against Thurston College. 27 points to 24, Makail Karunaratna's team going down. Then they got a big win against Kingswood and against Science, and against Zahira College they got a win when Zahira were coming off a big win against Royal College, but then that loss against Royal College, 29 points to 24, just didn't set a good precedent for them when they started the plate segment against St. Joseph's College, losing a trophy there, and against Ananda College also a very gut-wrenching loss for the Thomians, and then two big wins for the Thomians against Sri Sumangala College, and to win the Father Angelo Rosati Trophy for themselves against St. Anthony's College. Joining me in the comm box is Laksisi De Silva. Your school, Laksisi Isipathana College, started off the season well, but then in the cup segment just lost their footing. But that win against Zahira is something that they would take a lot of confidence of, and they will want to try and bring into this game.
Good afternoon, Abid, and good afternoon to everyone joining with us. Exactly 6 wins in the 9 games that they have played in this season, and I believe it's a season that they'll definitely be okay with compared to last year. They finished 6th. This year they finished 4th. So I think except for that encounter against Trinity, they managed to make sure that they were always there in the game in each of the encounters. Against St. Peter's, just kept things a bit too late, and against Wesley, for that loss they only have themselves to blame. It was a game that they had under wraps, but yeah, that performance against Zahira will give them a lot of confidence. So both the teams are trying to end the season on a high. Not for St. Thomas's, they have another trophy game coming up next weekend. So Isipathana, this will be their last game for a lot of youngsters out there, and it's pouring down here at Havelock Park as well.
As the showers get a bit heavy here at Havelock Sports Club, warm-ups are going to be that much more important. The wind is picking up here as well at Havelock Sports Club. St. Thomas's will play Wesley College next weekend. Laksisi, that's going to be an important game for them. Both teams, I thought they could have had a better season, St. Thomas's and Wesley, and I thought Isipathana as well could have had a better season given the team that they had. They had a couple of players that have been in the system for quite some time, but They managed to beat Zahira College that eventually ended up second in the league. So they are a good team that can pose a threat to any team on their day. And it was just not their day on some of those occasions.
I believe they had a golden opportunity to finish the season, taking that second place with the way they played, in my opinion. But but there was never a chance that they could have beaten that Trinity College side. They were invincible. So Isipathana, let's see whether they can finish the season on a high. For most of these places I mentioned, will be their last game because for the seventh tournament, most of these players won't feature. So let's see how they finish things off here at Havelock Park. So right now we will head to a commercial break, and on the other side we'll be back with the starting 15s and the kickoff. Stay tuned.
Built to withstand every season. Modern designs, elegant finishes, made to match your style. Alumex handrails.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
සෑම නිවසකටම දැන් LG ෆ්‍රිජ් එකක්. දිවයින පුරා පිහිටේ අබාන්ස් ප්‍රදර්ශනාගාරවලින්.
අපිටත් දැන් LG ෆ්‍රිජ් එකක්.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
Let's KFC! Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Cavani.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
When the world says no access.
Or this is not for you.
And it can't be done. Just say, I can.
Pure, naturally healthy American water. Live more.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray. for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
For passion. A competitive spirit. It's for the night owls. The hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right. Real energy.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රසයක් බැයියා චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Love Rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Papare.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh.
Welcome back here on to Havelock Park. We're just moments away from the Rizwi Suhayb encounter between Isipathana College and S.Thomas College, the second Rizwi Suhayb encounter. Of course, last year S.Thomas is getting the win, and Isipathana College, they'll want to win the title back for the first time in the Rizwi Suhayb trophy encounter history. So Isipathana, led by Shakib Sumri, in a 15-a-side game for the last time, the last huddle. Good to see the young Sasena Dhirage back, shown a blue card during that encounter against Royal College. They missed him dearly in the encounters that followed.
This is the points table of the Cup segment after the end of the 9 weeks in the Dialog Schools Rugby League. Trinity College with an unblemished, unbeaten record. 5 games in the Cup segment played, 5 wins for them, and they finished on 29 points. Just missed the bonus point in that game against St. Peter's College. Congratulations to the Trinityans, and of course Zaira College, who came from 10th place to 2nd place in the Dialog Schools Rugby League from 2025 to 2026. Big performance from the Zahirians. St. Peter's College finished in 3rd place, but what's interesting is, Lux, is in the fact that St. Peter's College just lost the 2 games in the league and Zahira College lost the 3 games, but Zahira were able to finish 2nd because they didn't carry the points forward of the game against the team that is featuring today. St. Thomas College. Isipathana College finishing on 4th.
Showed a lot of good signs in that first round, but in the played segment of the second round, they just never got going.
Yeah, they had a big win against St. Anthony's College, a great comeback win for the boys from Sri Sumangala College, but just lost their way. But for the Thomians, I think the momentum that they carry from the last two games that they played in this plate segment, one of those games was against Sri Sumangala College, and I think that game was which set the tone for them to have a good end to their season in the Dialog Schools Rugby League, and they'll be carrying that forward to their traditional fixtures, and the first of which is this trophy that was inaugurated last year. Laksisi, the captain of the unbeaten Thomian team of 1989, Rizwi Suhayb, in memory of the great of St. Thomas's College. 3 unbeaten teams on the trot for the Thomians following that unbeaten team that was captained by Rizwi Suhayb. So a lot of legacy in this fixture. It is an inaugural trophy was last year. St. Thomas's College won that game, but this game it's anyone's to play for.
Last year St. Thomas's outfit was a very different one to what we have today. They managed to win their group last season, and if I'm not wrong, they finished taking the 4th place in the cup segment last year. So this year the positions have changed to 10th, so that's a difference of 6 places from 4th to 10th. Meanwhile, Isipathana from 6th to 4th, they have improved from last year, so they'll be hoping that the same result will happen today for them to win the Rizwi Suhayb trophy for the first time. But St. Thomas, as Abid mentioned, they have managed to gather some good steam going into the end of the Dialog Schools Rugby League, and they'll be hoping they can get the Isipathana. So let's see what happens. We will have the kick-off when we go to a commercial break and we come back.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool. අවුවත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
LG Dual Cool Inverter බයෝසමනයන්ත්‍ර 70%ක් දක්වා විදුලි ඉතිරි කරමින් රුපියල් 19,990ක් වැනි අදහාගත නායක තීමනාවකට අභාන්සුවීම පමණයි.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සාතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වග
Night Glow Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Kitchen එක අපාස් කරන්නේ දැන් wife උත් happy එකේ ඉන්නේ wife happy කරන්න kitchen එක අපාස් කරන්න
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
උස්වත්තු පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස.
දවසම refresh වෙන්න train එකට go
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh.
වාජ්‍ය සේවක ඔබට විශේෂී දීමනාවක් ඕනෑම ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකක් මාස 12න් ටික ටික ගෙවන්න ගන්න. අවම මූලික ගෙවීම රුපියල් 6550 සිට ඔබ ළඟම බාන්ස් එකට යන්න.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes, too fresh.
Built for every season. Customizable. Lightweight. Made to last beautifully. Alumex Fencing System. Sri Lanka's #1 and the most trusted aluminium brand.
Welcome back here. Welcome back everyone. We are just moments away from the kickoff of the Isipathana versus St. Thomas's traditional encounter for the Rizwi Suhayb Trophy, the second annual encounter taking place. Nakal Karmaratna introducing the teams to the dignitaries present here at the ground. Nakal Karmaratna, as I mentioned, not his last game. There's one more game to go, so he'll want to make sure that the streak continues. They have 1-2 games back to back. They want to make it 4 games on the trot to end his season as the captain.
Rizwi Suhayb, of course, fantastic player for St. Thomas's College. 5-season veteran of the Thomian first 15 team and was the captain of the Sri Lanka under-20 side in that year as well, 1989. What a player he was, and all of those from that era would remember him for his blistering pace. It's these two teams, St. Thomas's College and Isipathana College. Shakib Zumri leading Isipathana College for the last times in a 15 jumper, and that's the second Zumri to hold a leadership position for Isipathana College. Shahid Zumri was the vice captain and Shakib Zumri the captain in 2026. What a moment for the family as well.
And this is not the end. 2 more in the squad as well, and there's 1 more in the under-14 setup as well, if I'm not wrong. So the Sumri name will be heard quite a lot in the upcoming years as well, and this is another Sumri who's in the middle wearing that Isipathana jersey. I believe he played in the under-17 age category just during the Corona break. And the Sumri name, quite a popular name and a name that has produced some brilliant rugby players for Isipathana.
The Suhayb name as well. Dignitaries Wishing the players the best of luck for today's fixture. Rains have stopped, but only momentarily. The ground has been dampened by that 10 or 15 minute long shower that went past Havelock Park. Big game for both these schools. The last time they met was last season, and this year they have a big job on their hands. But let's cross over for the college anthems.
Colombo.
all set to kick things off here at Havelock Park. The second Rizwi Suhayb encounter between Isipathana and St. Thomas's.
The St. Thomas's College team card, no Vishwakas today in the front row. Vishwa Aryavansa, Reginald and Aman Imran will play in the front row alongside the impressive second row for the Thomians. Jehan Vanigasuri and Indunet Bandara. Romit Vijay Singh has been a brilliant defender for the Thomians, as has Tisha Alvihara, and the captain Makal Karunaratna will play at number 8. Archer Mendis and Mayanka Dias at 9 and 10. Ahliya Goda and Bulat Singalage, the two senior campaigners, will play in the centres, and Akbar has moved to the wing and he has played brilliantly in the wing for the last 2 weeks, and Sabrin Isran will play on the other wing with Roja Karavita at fullback. Migama De Silva, Mugundan, Fernando, Nawaz, Pieratna, Walpola, Varuna Surya, Dammage and Shankar, the finishers for the Thomians.
And for Isipathana, Navid Tahir, Kavin Jasing and Nemit Meunaga will be the front row, and then Damsar Vitharna and Visajay Gulgud, the second rows for Isipathana. From the forwards, Manoj Boteju, Sanjay Javir and the skipper Shakib Sumri. Medua Bimsad and Tenul Di Costa. Tenul Di Costa had a brilliant game against Saira. Yuvindu Koitokwa and Nimanda Sandipa, the center combination for Isipathana. The two wings, Tuan Aziz and the Lumsena, the Rage and Rismi Jafra playing as the fullback. Pawan Vijaysekhar assigned to Sajid, Sajad, Yanush, Hakim Javir, Ansari and Silmi replacements for Isipathana. Tenul Di Costa all set to kick things off. Isipathana will be hoping that he can continue that good form. Kalum Sandruan will be the man with the whistle in this encounter. Aruna Shant and Nalin Lasanta, the assistant referees for today. Tenul Di Costa, there were some moments he just couldn't get going this season, but last weekend he showed his class. The youngster, still very young, and he's someone that Isipathana will depend quite heavily next year. Yes, Costa with the kick-off, targeting the right-hand side of the field of St. Thomas's. Here's the dangerous Mayanka Dias with his first kick of the day. Mayanka Dias is up there in the highest points table, highest point scorers tally as well. A brilliant player for St. Thomas's College this season.
First set piece of the game. It's going to be a last year's encounter that these two teams played, St. Thomas's and their forward pack was what won them the game. They were absolutely dominant, Laksisi. But this year, both teams, you could say, have a balanced outfit. They would want to try and get the set pieces right early on. Wet ball, first line out.
Jai Singh, by Javir, Bimsat gives it to Costa. Able to do a lot that time. Here's Costa, Bimsat. Isipathana trying to find some space. Here's Sandeepa gives it out to Aziz. Offside, says the referee. Advantage in favour of Isipathana. Here's Navid Tahir unable to do much, and the referee believes there was no advantage in play, and he will go back to that penalty for Isipathana.
Well, a mistake from the Thomians, looking to front up in defence, caught a bit too eager in open play there. It's a good tackle from Makal Karunaratna as well, but that infringement from the Thomians has invited the green machine into the 22 for the first time in this game. And I think with the wet ball, Laksisi, each time these teams come into this part of the field, there's no real need to try and get a bonus point. They need to try and
again. Now Bimsat, he will spread out wide. Here's Navid Tahir. Navid Tahir, who initially started out as a number 8, playing as a prop throughout the season. Isipathana inside the 22, but not making a lot of distance at the moment. We want to stay patient here without losing the ball or making any errors. Shakib Sumri. Shakib Sumri has been a brilliant ball carrier for Isipathana throughout his career, we can say, playing for Isipathana, especially this year. Isipathana still going, gaining meter by meter here. Here's Bimsat once again, but he decides to shift directions. Costa to Kodituaku. Kodituaku gaining a bit of a distance for his team. Here's Jayasinghe again. So Isipathana not making any errors, and S.Thomas is also not making any mistakes, while the defensive effort as well. Shakib Sumri with that back of the hand pass, just taking a leaf out of his brother's book, but just not working out.
I thought that was very good work from Isipathana right up until that pass from Shakib Sumri. They were very patient. It was good work from both teams. S.Thomas is not giving away a penalty, but also not giving a lot of space for Isipathana College to work with. Just an unnecessary pass from Shakib Sumri. Might have done a bit better to keep the ball with him, recycle, get another phase going, but that is good work from Isipathana College. Playing the conditions well. First scrum of the game. It's a Thomian scrum inside their own half, which they will want to try and exit off. Archer Mendes. Early shove from St. Thomas's College. This has invited Isipathana right back into the game. Here's Shakib Sumri.
Shakib Sumri takes it quickly. Shakib fends off the first tackler, but the second one manages to get a hold of Shakib Sumri. Bimsat gives quick ball out here. Sandeepa. He will go over for the Amana Bank try. The first one of this second Rizwi Suhayb encounter.
Oh, Nimantha Sandeepa. Absolute dynamite. Do not give him any space. He's going to just run through. I hope he hasn't done himself any damage. What a player he has been for Isipathana College right throughout his career. In the first 15 jumper. A try for Nimantha Sandeepa and an early Amana Bank try at that. Here's the ball from Bimsat. Just have a look at Nimantha Sandeepa. That little step outside from him just caught Chanut Tahaliagoda. And a physical mismatch in terms of pace there and in terms of speed and agility. Nimantha Sandeepa goes over to score the try. Hope he hasn't twisted an ankle, because it doesn't seem like he's too comfortable. As Tenul Di Costa. No conversion from Di Costa, but he'll remain 5 points to nil. And the game breaker for Isipathana College provides them with their first Amana Bank try.
And Nimantha Sandeepa. St. Thomas is actually an opponent that he likes to play against. Abid in 2024. These two teams met twice in the knockouts, and in the league he scored hat-tricks in both those games, Nimantha Sandeepa. So his 7th try against St. Thomas's in his school career.
Well, there's no chance you're taking him off the pitch then. It's a heavily strapped ankle over the boot. 5 points to nil early on. The Thomians need to respond fast. And they need to get out of this part of the field, get a deep kick going.
Not 10 meter.
Ball doesn't travel the 10 meters. Can't really fault. Take off the restart might have been an option to try and move the restart away from where the water has collected in the middle there. Here's Bulat Singalage once again.
Bye. Sit.
Not a replay he'll want to watch.
From at the halfway mark, Bimsat feeds it in, takes it out towards the left of the field. Costa with a good kick. takes his team towards that 22-meter mark, although the line out won't be with them. But that's territory gained by Costa.
A budding talent for Isipathana College at fly half. Great kick from him as well. Just went a bit further than it did. Oh, it's a 50-22. It's a 50-22. Well, that's a fantastic territorial gainer for Isipathana College. Then Di Costa, take a bow, mate. We brought your team right back into the 22.
Overcooks that line out through Kavin Jayasinghe, but no harm done at the end. Shakib Sumri, the skipper, there to make sure he tidies things up for his team with Neunaga.
Tishal Vihara really grabbing every opportunity to tackle these Isipathana lads. Not just physically but vocally as well.
Shakib Sumri again. Isipathana just making sure they're staying patient. Yes, Nimanda Sandeep again, and Nimanda Sandeep back-to-back Kamana bank tries and just one away from getting a hat-trick of hat-tricks against St. Thomas's.
Oh, what a player, Nimanda Sandeep. But the Thomians just overfolded there, I thought, after the line out. Just a brilliant line. Di Costa called it. Sandeep ran the line right through the gap. There was no chance that Jehan Vanigasuriya was coming across. And Zaidar Akbar, yes mate, you needed someone else with you there to defend that. Brilliant awareness of the space from Nimanta Sandeep, and this boy as well to feed it right into the gap. Isipathana College 10 points ahead with just 10 minutes gone.
And Costa with the conversion. Brilliant from the youngster. 12 points to nil. Di Costa. Throughout the season, a lot of questions were asked from a lot of people regarding the youngster Di Costa, because he just couldn't make sure that his talent was shown out there on the field, because everyone knew the way he played in that knockout final last year against Trinity. That's where he came onto the scene. But this season just couldn't get going, especially in the group stage and in the early parts of the cup segment. But that siren counter looks like it might very well would have been a coming of age encounter for him.
Has really put his hand up for the team of the season in everyone's books. First time in the game that the game has come to this part of the field, but Di Costa takes it out of his own half.
Against sloppy, St. Thomas is just not getting things right at the moment, but here's St. Thomas as their first real opportunity to attack, first real opportunity with ball in hand as well in this encounter. Archer Mendes gives it out to his number 6, Vijay Singh. Ball comes out of the ruck, but Archer Mendes clears things up. Mayank Dias now. Blood Singh Alage. It's tackled, a good tackle from Isipathana. Archer Mendes decide to go from left to right now. The forwards joining in, the number 8, the skipper Makal Karunaratne. Now St. Thomas is on the move. Mayank Dias. And they lose the ball forward, and Isipathana lose the ball forward as well. So it's going to be a scrum in favour of Isipathana. And when you look at all the names, these are players who played exceptionally well last year for St. Thomas. Bulat Singh Alage, Karunaratne, Mayank Dias, Alu Vihari, all of them are here. They're still playing this year, but so I think that's one of the main reasons why St. Thomas will be very, very disappointed with the way things turned out in the league.
Bye. Sit.
Well, it took some time for the Thomians to get their combinations right. Bulat Singh Alage was out for the first couple of games of the season. Dias had to switch from 15 to 10. They've kept him at 10. But wanted to fit Akbar in the team as well. Now he's found a place on the wings. Here's Karavita. A brilliant defense from Isipathana College. Coming right up there was Manoj Poteju. Pass to absolutely no one, but Vijay Singh clears it up. Nizran in the corner, still inside the 22. St. Thomas's. Iduret Bandar. Mendes. It's Dias who clears his lines and gets his team out of their own half. Here's Isipathana on counter.
There's Nimantha Sandeepa once again with the ball in hand. Gets the ball out, brilliantly done from him. Bimsat, the scrum of Aziz to act as the scrum of at that moment. It's Isipathana once again back inside the 22. Bimsat, Damsara, Kodituaku, back to Jayaveera. Bimsat giving quick ball out. Yes, Damsar Vitarana again gives it to Nevith Neunaka. Nevith Neunaka has been an absolute workhorse throughout the season for Isipathana. Now, once again with an opportunity, Isipathana Kavin Jayasinghe maybe should have given the ball out there. Had some space available for his supporter. For the third time or the fourth time inside the first 15 minutes that Isipathana have managed to come towards the 22 of St. Thomas's.
Get back, number 3,
Bimsat,
get back.
With Neunaka decides to do a little carry. Now Bimsat takes it out. Here's Costa with an inside pass, very well tackled. Abdullah is unable to do much that time. Jafrad, in fact, unable to do much. Jayasinghe, the forwards toiling hard here for Isipathana, and the defensive effort of St. Thomas is doing really well as well. They know that they can't afford to concede a third try here inside the first 15 minutes. Bimsat, yes, Nevith Neunaka again. Nevith Neunaka taking on the big men from St. Thomas's and gaining some good meters. Yes, Costa decides to go by himself and he goes over for another Amana Bank try. Third one inside the first 15 minutes for Isipathana.
Well, the plan is clear from the Green Machine. They want to keep it with their forwards. They are playing the conditions brilliantly well in the first 15 minutes. And when the little gap opens up, they've got game breakers in the back line. Tenuladi Costa takes a leaf out of the book of Nimantha Sandeepa and goes right through the gap. And you have to ask the question, where was the Thomian defence there? Tenuladi Costa will cherish that try. Just cut the Thomian defence open, and that's the third try for Isipathana College in just 15 minutes. And St. Thomas's College needs to pull their socks up real fast in this game. Costa to convert his own Amana Bank try from the sidelines. Good connection. Oh, what a beauty. Goal conversion is good from Tenuladi Costa, and he converts his 5-pointer to a 7-pointer, and now it's a 19-point game. Isipathana, if they can score next, they'll take St. Thomas's out of the equation for at least the first half, but the Thomians need to make a comeback fast. Maybe in threes. They need to try and get points on the board. It's still 19 points to nil.
St. Thomas is just not getting anything right, especially that restart. Showed some signs where they're not getting things right in this encounter. And then before that, it was a scrum that really messed things up for St. Thomas. Now Isipathana from their own half. They're trying to run. That's what confidence can do. Advantage in favour of Isipathana as well. Advantage over, and Mayank Adias loses the ball forward. Went for a one-handed grab and lost it forward.
There was an advantage that referee Callum Sandharuwan was playing, not to show what the advantage was for. But with that knock-on from Mayank Adias, Isipathana have gained a massive advantage in terms of territory. They've come right forward.
Ready.
That's where the advantage was blown. I think it was for
Bind.
Induret Bandara
5 meter back, 5
being
meters, 5
offside,
meters.
but there was no call from the referee. But this
Get back, 5 meters.
touch and go there. Maybe the ball travelled forward off the hands of Mayank Adias. Here's Isipathana.
As the youngster Sena Dirage, his first real touch after getting that blue card 3 weeks ago. Bimsat to Damsara Vitarana. Bimsat giving quick ball out. Here's Kavinjay Singh. Oh yes, Kondituaku. Not that easy to stop Kondituaku when he starts to get going. Costa. Naveed Tahir. It's with a big hit from his opposite number. Shakib Sumri goes for the hit, takes it by himself. Quick pick and go from Nevit Meunaka, but not able to gain any meters that time. It's Tahir. Oh, Kavinjay Singh again with the quick pick up. Bimsat, his quick ball out once again. Kondituaku to Jaffrad. Needs support. And I believe that was off the foot of one of the Isipathana players who came in as the support. Isipathana probably missed out on a golden opportunity for a fourth try. Offside, says the referee. So St. Thomas's, they can maybe with a little sigh of relief.
Well, Bulat Singalage asked, Bulat Singalage received the penalty at the base of that ruck. Too much of ruck being there on half for the liking any Thomian that's watching as the ball pierces the advertising board, and they're still inside their own half, still inside the 22. The Thomians. Isipathana can try and upset this line out. The line out that St. Thomas's College haven't got many of. 3 Rexora lineouts to Isipathana College, none to St. Thomas's. Not mistaken, this is the first attacking one for the Thomians. Knock on from Aman Imran, and he's held the ball on as well. So double infringement from Aman Imran on the ground. We'll let you know who the player was who jackled that, but Isipathana College are not giving the Thomians an inch in this game.
We have basically not seen the St. Thomas's College attacking half throughout this encounter yet. That's how dominant Isipathana have been, and St. Thomas's just not getting anything right, just not doing anything right at the moment. You'll be wondering what's going on out there. Kavinjay Singh. Very well collected by skipper Shakib Sumri. And I believe he lost it forward. Shakib, unfortunately, losing it forward. There's the replay. Just the player just not communicating to the transfer from his skipper.
The base from Isipathana College at that maul was set before Shakib Zumri hit the ground. So any youngsters watching. Oh, out-hooked. Well, that's definitely allowed. Not too sure why the play-on was not allowed. It's a dying out, out-hooking at scrum time. Going once again there. It's a prop forward, I think. Nothing going right. Absolutely nothing going right for the Thomians. And everything for Isipathana College except for that little blunder in the line out going right for Isipathana College. Now they look to try and unleash their backs, but Shakib Zumri will be licking his lips. He's 5 meters away from the line.
St. Thomas is just unable to grab any of the opportunities and the ball as well. Bimsat all set to feed the ball in. Here's Tahir. Isipathana, which will the option they take. The forwards, they'll want to take the team as close as possible to open the door. And here's Meunaka. Meunaka fends off that defender, and he will go for another Amana Bank try, the fourth one for Isipathana. This encounter, it's turning out to be an encounter with a lot of one-way traffic, Abid.
Well, Nevit Mevnaga, one of the best prop forwards this season from Isipathana College. What a player he has been. Just brute strength this boy has. Initial point of contact. As soon as he goes into contact, it's a low center of gravity that he has. And when he comes out of contact, he just starts pumping his legs, gets the power step going. As the goal conversion goes through as well from Tenula Di Costa. He's having a good game as well, but what a try from Nevit Mevnaga. Well, it's never easy in conditions like this to get past tackles and to hold on to the ball as well. Brilliant work from the boy on your screen there. 26 points to nil. Well, the Thomians are taking their time under the sticks, and I hope they are using that time effectively because they need to start planning something. The strategy that they've come with hasn't worked for the first 24 minutes. And if they do continue it, it's pretty obvious that it wouldn't work as well for the remaining 50 or so minutes. So they need to come up with something. And I hope that something entails them playing the game in the correct part of the field.
And the last year's skipper, quite sure, not that happy about the performance so far. Here's the restart. Sena Dirage collects it. Sena Dirage looks for his options. Bimsat. Tarana goes straight into contact. Costa. With the clearance. The chase is on. Dias this time, no mistakes from Mayank Dias. Mayank Dias spotted a bit of space and straight away decided to go. Now St. Thomas's. They need a try here. They need points to get some confidence back. Oh, that's a big hit from the skipper Shagib Sumri. Now the real problem, Abid, is that this is a team that has played rugby for 9 weeks out of 10 in the last 10 weeks. So when you make those sort of mistakes, you have to wonder what the real problem is. Because this is a team that has played well, especially last 2 weeks. Now finally, here's Bulat Singalage. Bulat Singalage, brilliantly done from Bulat Singalage. Exactly what they needed after conceding 4 tries to begin this game. And that's the first Samana Bank try for St. Thomas's College.
Well, the Thomian needed one of their senior men to stand up. Udan Bulat Singalage goes over for the Amana Bank try. They absolutely needed that. What a run from Bulat Singalage. Got the ball early and ran onto the ball. That's what Bulat Singalage did. Something that the rest of the players didn't do. Bulat Singalage looked for options, and that little step just turned Tenula Di Costa around and scored the try for St. Thomas's College. Exactly what the Thomians needed. Dias with one of his signature counter-attack runs. Brilliant try for the Thomians. No goal conversion from the boot of Mayank Dias, so it will remain 26 points to 5 Laksisi. And this is exactly what the Thomians needed. And something they have not done is this, running onto the ball with pace. That's why they have been pushed back by Isipathana College. Every single tackle that Isipathana makes, they make sure that they push the Thomians behind the gain line. And the difference in that run from Bulat Singalage was the fact that he ran onto the ball. And the Thomians need to do more of that if they are to get more tries.
And Isipathana, throughout the encounter so far, what they have been doing is attacking. And that defensive switch was probably off in that little moment. And Bulat Singalage made sure he made complete use of that. Now, St. Thomas's, that try should give them a lot of confidence. That will definitely be a moment for Isipathana's defensive effort to switch on as well. Oh, this is good. This is brilliant. St. Thomas is straight away trying to mount a comeback. That's Romet Vijay Singh. And Asha Mendes, not the best of passes, but Mayank Dias gathers that. Yes, the dangerous Bulat Singalage again finds space. Gives the offload out to his number 15, Karavita. Asha Mendes, skipper, Karunaratna. And all of a sudden, they are all making all the right moves here, St. Thomas's. The tackler needs to release Archer Mendes.
Advantage, number 4 offside.
Advantage in favour of
Number
St.
4.
Thomas as well. Here's Bulat Singhal again, trying to hustle a little show and go. Now Sabri. Sabri scored 2 tries in that last week's encounter.
Number 15 offside again.
So
Number
2
15
offside infringements from Isipathana.
Get back.
Archer Mendes, skipper Karunaratne, they have entered the Isipathana 22. St. Thomas's T.H. Alvihari that time with the carry. And
number 15.
that will be the penalty in favour of St. Thomas's.
Offside, captain.
Nimanta Sandeepa, the man doing the mistake
Captain.
that time.
Captain.
Damsara Vitharan as well in the phase before that. Not too sure if Navit Mevnaka had any rights to that ball, because if not, it would have been a penalty closer to the post for the Thomians. And now they've really found some life in this game, the Thomians. That try from Udan Bulat Singhal has really lifted the Thomian spirit. As coach Salat Mathis looks on, important 7 minutes coming up in this game for both teams. Isipathana need to hold off St. Thomas's. And the Thomians need to try and bridge this gap as much as possible, so they can try and reduce the shelling from their coach Jacinta Di Costa. Jacinta Di Costa, of course, represented the Green Machine. Former skipper as well. Here's a Rexona line out. Good collection, ball set up. Here's the Thomian rolling ball going forward. Oh, what a comeback. They've just turned what this game has been for them. A try from Udan Bulat Singhal again in the backs. And the forwards for St. Thomas's College get an Amana Bank try as well. They set the rolling ball up, and Romet Vijay Singh scores the Amana Bank try from the back of the ball. And now, just like that, within 5 minutes, it's 26 points to 10 as Srinath Surya Bandara brings the water for the Thomians.
Fresh off playing in the Rugby Premier League for the Bengal team. Scored some good tries as well. Mankadais, can he convert this? Yes, he can. And the deficit down to 14 all of a sudden. Now if St. Thomas's can score another try maybe before half time, then we will definitely have a game on our hands going into that second half.
Here's the rolling ball that was set up. I thought the base was brilliant from the Thomians. They hit the number 4, the number 6 channel, something in between that. Isipathana contested at the front of the line out, so they didn't have the players to stop the rolling ball, but the Thomians have got 2 quick tries and 1 more try. It just allow them to breathe a bit easier as they go into Lemons. 5 minutes remaining. There was a huge comeback from Isipathana College last year with the Rizwi Suhayb encounter, which was to no avail in the end at the end of the 70 minutes. Will this Thomian comeback be to no avail as well? The next 40 minutes will tell us. Thomians are 1 up on Isipathana in this encounter that was inaugurated last year. The Thomians need to score once more before we go into the sheds.
St. Thomas's supporting staff filled with a lot of people who knows this ground quite a lot. Oh yes, Costa gives the offload out. Here's Assis. There's no stopping him when you give him that much space. Costa, absolutely brilliant. He managed to lay the foundation, and Assis made sure he completed the job. 5th try for Isipathana just like that.
Well, Isipathana College, they just needed the ball, isn't it? They just needed the ball. Tenula Di Costa, what a talent. The ability to spot the gap. Here's the ball from Bimsat. Ran onto the ball, sold the little dummy. And every single Thomian defender there went to the shop with that pass. And Abdul Aziz collects it from Tenula Di Costa, to the elation of the Isipathana College supporters. And those tries from the Thomians have been cut short with that Amana Bank try from Abdul Aziz. 33 points to 12. Isipathana College have restored their lead. Not to what it was, but they've cut the deficit once again.
fourth successful conversion of the day for Costa. And into that, the try he scored, the two tries that he managed to set up for Isipathana. What a game he's having. Back-to-back phenomenal performances from Costa.
Well, 33-12, with just 31 minutes of rugby. That's 45 points just in 32 minutes. Just goes to show that the defenses haven't been that great from both teams, especially from the Thomians. Isipathana College, just a 5-minute phase in that game, Laksisi, that they allowed St. Thomas's to get back into the game. But if the Thomians are to win this game, they need to brush up on their defense. Di Costa playing rugby in their own half here. Dangerous stuff from Isipathana College. Need to get onto the other side of the field.
Costa. And the kick towards Bulat Singhalage. The dangerous Bulat Singhalage once again searching for options. Just outside the 22-meter mark. Archer gives it to Aluvihari. Karunaratne gives it to his number 6 Vijay Singh with a lovely carry. And this is good from the skipper Karunaratne, but just stopped just inches away from the try line.
Tackle, release.
The tackler needs to release here. And that will be the try, the Amana Bank try, the third one of the game for St. Thomas's. And they hit back straight away. Aja Mendes with that try. Romet Vijay Singh, in fact, with that try.
Well, Romet Vijay Singh, what a player. Made that initial break for St. Thomas's College. Scores his second Amana Bank try in this game. And the offload off the turf to his captain was absolutely accurate. And have a look at the low center of gravity that he has before going into contact. And just in that phase, you heard the Thomians say Tawa Ekai, but they didn't need that. Just brute power from Romet Vijay Singh to score that Amana Bank try. Both teams exchanging punches. As the Thomians cut the deficit, and with this kick from Mayank Kadayas that goes right through the posts, they cut the deficit even further. It's 33 points to 19 at the end of the first 35.
8 tries in this first half, 52 points in the first 35 minutes. What a game of rugby we are having. It looks like both the teams have probably forgotten what defending means. Let's see whether they'll remember that coming into the second half.
Well, the team that defends better will win this year's edition of the Rizwi Suhayb Trophy, I'll tell you that much. But right now, at the end of the first 35, 33 points to 19. A late Thomian comeback has made sure that Isipathana have to work hard for a win. As both teams go into the sheds and we cross over for a commercial break. We'll see you on the other side. This game is just heating up right now.
මාස 24ක් දක්වා ගෙවීමේ පහසුකම් සමගින් මාසික වාරකයේ රුපියල් 4999යි. අබාන්ස් ජාතියේ පරිගණක සැපයුම්කරු.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Live rugby. Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
For passion, a competitive spirit. It's for the night owls, the hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right. Real energy.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්. අවුවත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
Cavani.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Let's KFC.
Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
උස්වත්තු පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රසයක් බැයිය. චර්පි චිප්ස්. රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්. අවුවත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
එයාව හැල්ල බලන්න ක්ලාස් එකට ගෝ.
Black Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom Perfumed Body Spray.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
අතන මෙතන යන වෙලාවේ අබන්ස් එකට යන්න. අබන්ස් එකෙන් ඕන දෙයක් අද ගෙවන්න ගන්න. අබන්ස් ටිකෙන් ටික පේ.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence. Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Welcome back everyone to Havelock Park after a thrilling first half where we had 8 tries, Isipathana scoring 5, S.Thomas is scoring 3. The second half continues and second half promises a lot as well. But hopefully both the teams will get their defensive aspects right in this second half. Otherwise, we will see a lot more tries in this second half. Nimantha Sandeepa scoring 2 tries to kick things off in this Rizwi Suhayb encounter. As I mentioned earlier as well, an opponent that he really likes to play against, Nimantha Sandeepa. He'll be aiming for a hat-trick today as well. And Henry Di Costa, as I mentioned, coming into his own, scoring that try as well. And then setting up 2 more tries. His kicking game, his converting game has been on point today. Missed just 1 conversion. So an 80% success rate for him when it comes to the converting the tries. And then Nevith Meunaka scoring a try as well. As I mentioned earlier as well, has been an absolute workhorse for Isipathana throughout the last few years. Very similar to what Sethum Rajapaksa did in the last couple of years, and carrying the battle forward from him. But Bulat Sinhalage, that he fired that first shot of St. Thomas as marking their comeback into this game. An absolutely brilliant try. And then off the rolling maul, St. Thomas's got their second Amana Bank try. It was Rometh Vijay Singh who scored that try, and then the conversion was good from Mayank Dias and Isipathana. Straight after that, after conceding 2 tries, Henry Di Costa with that lovely show and go, and then that offload to Abdul Aziz. They scored their 5th try, but just before half time, St. Thomas's they registered their 3rd try of this game through Vijay Singh once again scoring his 2nd of this encounter. So 14 points the difference between the two sides in this second Rizwi Suhayb encounter. And at the moment, Isipathana, they do have the upper hand, but St. Thomas, they can still make a comeback because we have 35 minutes remaining in this fixture.
Well, anything can happen. If that first half was anything to go by, I can tell you one thing, I have no idea what's going to happen. That's for sure. The team that scores next will take a little bit of an advantage, but not much, as replacements have come on for Isipathana College. And I'll tell you, Laksisi, this much. The team that defends better will show that they want this trophy better. And Isipathana need to defend well, but the Thomians really need to think of a defensive strategy and put the green machine under a lot of pressure, just as they have done in this phase of play.
Jaffrad going for that clearance but not getting a lot of distance. Tharuku Jayavira, he has come out and probably Sena Dirage, the youngster, is not playing. Played in the first 35 minutes. Probably he was substituted off to get Jayavira in. Jayavira, another player who scored some brilliant tries this season, but this time the line out is good. St. Thomas's, they need this try, they need this big time early in the second half to try and cut the deficit down to 9-7. And looks like the rolling ball once again working along nicely for the Thomians, and it's going. Just 5 meters away now. The skipper Michael Karunaratne with the ball, and he will touch down for the Amana Bank try. The fourth one, and just like that, the deficit is down to 9.
20 meters on that rolling ball. Well, the Thomian forward pack can take a huge bow. An 8-man performance there from the Thomian forward pack. Brilliant work. The line out was brilliant. Well, if we are to show the highlights reel, it's going to take a couple of seconds, because that was such a well-structured rolling ball from St. Thomas's College. Bakal Karunaratne goes over to score the try. Isipathana College, not just once, but twice have they conceded a try of their maul defense, which has really been found wanting here. As Mayangadayas cuts the deficit to 7 points, and if you thought Isipathana College were going to run away with this game, well, you have to think again. It's just a 7-point difference as the Thomian Legion finally find their voice here at the park.
Just 7 points, the difference now. Mayangadayas, 3 conversions successful out of 4 for him. Now look at that Michael Karunaratne. Brilliantly executed rolling ball from his teammates, and he made sure to touch the ball down. And now Isipathana feeling all the pressure all of a sudden. It looked like it was going to be one-way traffic, but no, St. Thomas's. That little break they took after conceding the 3rd try really paying dividends. As they say, when things are not going your way, taking things slowly can really work things out, and that's not good from Jaffrad. All of a sudden it's Isipathana who are making the mistakes. Luckily he lost it backwards. Yes, Jaffrad looking for options. He is isolated, but support arrives just on time. Yes, Boteju needs support once again. Support arrives. Yes, Bimsat Costa with the clearance, and that goes over the head of the fullback for St. Thomas's, Karavita. Now Karavita with the ball. Costa hangs on to Karavita. Yes, Archamendis. Aluvihari to Bulat Singh Lage. And is that out on the full? Yes, it is. That was a touch and go call, but the referees decided that it went out on the full.
This is better from the Thomians. Putting the kick up, getting the chasers up. Really putting a lot of pressure. Bulat Singh again just slicing that kick. Would have wanted a bit more distance on that. The line is the referees, as they say in cricket as well. The line belongs to the umpire, and the line belongs to the referee here as well. Nalin Lasantha. Touch and go call, but it's out on the full from Bulat Singh again.
Jayavira with the collection, straight away gives it to Bimsat to Costa to Aziz, but Aziz unable to do much. Brilliant counter-attacking from St. Thomas's. That was Bandar. Now Naveed Tahir. Again, the little no-looker from Costa. Sandeep to Jaffrad unable to go anywhere. Now Bimsat, Costa, Vitarana to Researcher gaining some meters. Almost got the penalty that time, St. Thomas. Yes, Kolituaku, lovely carry forward. This is good. Aziz collects the offload. Is that a high shot? It looks like a high shot. The assistant referee straight away lifting his flag.
Captain.
No trouble incoming.
Number 5. Yeah, high tackle. Right? Contact in the neck. Yellow card. Mitigate karna a player no palla.
Well, Jehan Vanigasuria will spend the next 10 minutes in the bin. There were a couple of shots in that phase of play from S.Thomas College that I thought could have been a bit lower than what it was. I beg your pardon, Jehan Vanigasuria. A stray hand catches a player from Isipathana too high. And now Isipathana College is just a 7-point gap right now. 2 rolling mauls conceded tries for Isipathana College as replacements come on for the Thomians. There's a replay of that once again. Aziz was the player from Isipathana College.
Time on.
And the shot from that boy, Jehan Vanigasuria, was cynical, and he'll sit 10 minutes. Important phase of the play coming up. Can Isipathana make St. Thomas's pay for their mistakes? Well sacked there from the Thomians.
Ball available. Ball available.
Ball is available, and the Thomians had to allow Isipathana College to play that. Not too sure if the maul was called from the referee.
Scrum.
The scrum called. And it'll be 7-on-7. Well, here's a look at that. This is would make for a very interesting viewing. That's brilliant work from Robert Vijay. Maul was not called. So Ahmad Imran and the oncoming player. If the maul was not called and it was a rough, they couldn't enter from there. 7-on-7. Shakib Zumri now. Here he goes. It's not a number 8 break, it's a scrum halves break.
Isipathana once again inside the 22 of St. Thomas's. Oh, Meunaka again. As I mentioned earlier as well, not that easy to stop the big man. There's Sumri. Bimsat, quick ball out. Costa to Aziz. Aziz tried to snipe his way through that little gap, but unable to do so. Inches away now, Isipathana. There's Nevit Meunaka. Can he go? Yes, he can. Second Amana Band try of the game for Nevit Meunaka. And he's on his way to make this last encounter wearing that green jumper, memorable one.
Well, he wears a green jersey, he wears the number 3 on his back and plays like a number 1. Nevit Meunaka, what a player for Isipathana College this season. And I said this once before and I'll say it again. One of the best prop forwards that Isipathana has had in a couple of years. Have a look at how strong he is in contact, and what makes him better than the rest is how well he does post contact. His power step and the way he steps his way out of the tackle is just absolutely unmatched. Nevit Meunaka goes over for his second try as Isipathana College start the 10-minute period without the Thomians having Jehan Vanigasuria with a 7-pointer. Tenrodi Costa gets the goal conversion. It's 40 points to 26, and the 14-point ball game continues once again.
Isipathana will be targeting to get another try if possible before Vanigasuria comes back into the field. And Isipathana, if I'm not wrong, their highest total of the season, their highest score of the season.
Probably also the highest score that they've conceded after that game against Trinity, if I'm not mistaken. Which they would be very happy with their attack, not very happy with their defense. But the tries are coming, the lead is there for Isipathana College. They'll want to try and continue it, especially within this period. But for the Thomians, this is the part of the game that they're going to try and exploit as much as possible, the line out. They're going to try and set as many more as possible off the Rexona line outs that they get. They've scored 2 already. One that they made Isipathana march back 20 plus meters. Deliberate knock on.
Ulat Singalage, the territory gainer. They take his aim inside the 22-meter territory. Can they cut the deficit down to 7 or 9 once again?
Here's a replay of the line out. Deliberate knock on was the call. Next time I think Shakib Zumri should not be that deliberate while trying to win the ball back. Yes, Isipathana College, they worked on their maul defense, but now Makal Karunaratne has exposed himself, so maul is over. But does well the Thomian skipper to get the ball back, but the counter attack at rock time is good as well. Sealing is the call.
Rock ball.
Ruck was formed there. Correct call from the referee. Not easy to play the game of rugby on your feet when the underfoot conditions are such. And St. Thomas's College have given away a penalty in a place where they would have loved to really continue that attack. Here's the replay of that Laksisi once again. Makal Karunaratne goes to ground. Good pressure from Isipathana College. And there. That's what you can't do. You can't seal the ball. Didn't really seal the ruck there, but went off his feet. So Isipathana get the ball and got a Rexona line out for themselves.
Kavin Jayasinghe. Sumri collects it. Bimsat. Costa with a little dink that time. Ah, that's very well collected by Kodituaku. Kodituaku back on his feet. Karavita is down. Massive collision there with Kodituaku.
Ugly collision that was. Karavita doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. There's a word of praise that's going to come from me in a moment, but to one of the Isipathana College players, but this is an important moment in the game for the Thomians. Close to 25 minutes to go. TMO referral. You see what happened at the point of contact.
මට ලාස්ට් හයි බෝල් එකේ ටකල් එක රිප්ලේ කරන්න. මාකින් නම්බර් එක බැලුවේ. ඒකයි මම නම්බර් එක බැලුවේ නේ. Number 15 ne? 15 ne? අත් දෙක දානවා. right ඔව් මේ මගේ කෝල් එක right මගේ කෝල් එක ප්ලේන් දෙයා එයා ටකල් කරනවා landing okay landing okay right landing safe land වෙනවා yellow card.
Well, if Roja Karavita thought the injury was bad, there's a card that's coming his way as well for a shot in the air.
Huh? May I concussion, right? Okay. Blue card and yellow card.
Not how you want to end your season. Well played, Roja Karavita, but you'll have to go off. The doctor says that he's concussed, so
No
will
card there,
not play the rest of the game. The Thomians will play maybe around 3 or so minutes without 2 of their players. We'll see if Jayan Vanigasuriya has come back, but they're going to lose Roja Karavita for the rest of the game. The Thomians can make a substitution after his 10 minutes is up. I think the Thomians are back to 14 players. That was an ugly collision. And he did himself a bit of damage as well. I don't think he could have done anything more than that, Laksisi. He had an oncoming player. But we could have another replay of that once again. And if there was one player that Isipathana College have found in this game who has been an absolute revelation, you could say that he has had a quiet season, but today he's just lifted his game from level 1 to level 10 in absolutely no time. What a game so far from Thelula Di Costa. He's seen where the space is, Laksisi, and not a lot of players can do that. And if you just consider how young that player is and how many more years of rugby he has in the green jumper, well, I'll tell you this much, Green Machine fans, you're in for a brilliant next 2 years.
Thelula Di Costa, I believe how you play in a high stakes encounter can do a world of good for you, and that's exactly what has happened to him last weekend against Saira College. He became a completely different player and is continuing from where he left off last weekend. As you mentioned, brilliant science for Isipathana. This is good. Costa, 2 assists.
Get back, get back.
Bimsat back to Vitarana. Kaveen. Bimsat again. Isipathana. Sandeepa gives it to Taruga Jayavira. Taruga Jayavira once again. A high shot advantage in favor of Isipathana. Here's Meunaka. Meunaka once again trying to fend off that tackle, trying to escape. Yes, Costa going for a little cross kick, and he collects it. Assis still on his feet, just inches away, and that will be a try. Kodituaku goes over for the Amana Bank try, and once again Di Costa spotting that little opportunity, going for that little cross kick. Assis was there to collect it, and Kodituaku arrived right on time to support, and he scored the try.
Well, was it a cross kick, Laksisi? I thought he dropped the ball to try and make a drop kick there. We'll have a look at the replay once again, but Yuidu Kodituaku scores the try. Thelula Di Costa orchestrates the try for Isipathana College, and I told you that the 10 minutes without the 2 players for St. Thomas's are going to be absolutely vital. Yes, it was an attempt at a drop goal from Thelula Di Costa. Well, luck favours the brave, isn't it? Luck favours the brave. Abdul Aziz gets the ball in the corner of not the cross kick but the drop kick, and good vision from Yumi the Kodituaku to score the try for Isipathana College, and Sanat Madis will be happy with how his fly half has played today.
Oh, that goes through Costa. What a conversion. Costa is turning out to be a gem of a player for Isipathana. What a conversion. I mean, it's your day, Abid. That's exactly what happened earlier. I have to take back what I said. It's not a cross kick. It's a drop kick, but still, it turned out to be a try for Isipathana.
Well, everything that Thelula Di Costa is touching today is turning into gold. Buy yourself a lottery ticket on the way home, young boy. You find yourself extremely lucky. But the Thomians now have just got themselves in a bit of a soup here. 21 points from what was initially 7 points at one stage. And just the defense and their discipline letting them down, the Thomians. They mounted a comeback in the first half in the last 20 minutes. And do the Thomians have it in them to mount a comeback once again? Shakib Sumri puts it forward.
Shakib Sumri doing really, really well. Those 2 kicks taking St. Thomas's back into their own half, and then he follows it up and makes sure that St. Thomas's doesn't get the ball, doesn't recover the ball. It's going to be a line out in favour of Isipathana.
Nine Rexona lineouts to 4. But out of the 4 Rexona lineouts that the Thomians have won, they've scored 2 tries. Jai Singha. Make that 5 for the Thomians now. Penalty coming up. Oh, penalty.
It's going to be a cover and a scrum in favour of Isipathana. S.Thomas is pushing the ball forward. Bimsat to feed it in. The cover and scrum good for Isipathana. Bimsat, Costa, Aziz. He's decided to cut back inside, realized he won't be able to go far, going close towards that touchline. Isipathana to Kavin Jai Singha. Tackler needs to release. Bimsat, Kodituaku, Jayavira. To Bimsat, yes, Nevit Meunaka comes off that first tackler. 2, 3 S.Thomas defenders trying to stop him. Yes, Costa again, Costa spotting that little space. Support arrives on time. Aziz. Oh, Aziz unable to stay inside. Thought he released the ball on time, but that was not the case. Going to be a line out in favour of S.Thomas, just 5 metres away from their own try line.
Isipathana College now just having a bit of fun playing what's in front of them. Extremely lucky there, St. Thomas's College. But Aziz lost his footing. Dias making a good tackle as well.
Wait. Right, good. Okay.
Isipathana will want to try and spoil this. Rexona line out, but Nakai Karunaratne comes away with it. Still inside the 22. Bulat Singhanage back in the pocket. Here it is once again for Abdul Aziz.
Time release ball.
Aziz just getting it wrong that time. Didn't release Bulat Singhanage. Unable to gain much meters once again. Still at the halfway mark. Here's the replay.
Abdul Aziz. Reminder that the call was the player had to release. Changes for the Thomians. Vishwa Aryawansa, that's his day today. Inuret Bandara goes off as well to the applause of the Thomian supporters. Migama comes on.
Time.
At prop forward. That's for Aryawansa. And Nawaz has come on as well. Another one of those lucky players in the last 10 or so minutes, Tisha Aliyahara. He'll know why.
S.Thomas is the skipper, Nakai Karunaratne. Able to do a lot at the halfway mark. The big man who just came in, Migama. A half-hearted effort there from Bulat Sinhalage. Mayank Dias there to recover. Mayank Dias looking for options. Navid Tahir.
First knock on. Scrum.
The referee says it was a knock forward and it will be a scrum at the halfway mark for St. Thomas's. Or just inside the halfway mark.
Well, the game has slowed up
Time on.
after that try from
Right mark.
Kodi Tuakku. Going from set piece to set piece. The body language of from the players of both sides slowly deteriorating.
Bye. Sit.
6 Cavani scrums to 4. It's another one of those Cavani scrums for the Thomians. Into the hands of Abdulaziz. Di Costa drops back and fires a kick down the park. Finds himself good meters. Mayank Dias slips past the first tackle. Ball into the hands of Aman Imran, who loses it. Archer Mendes. It's Nawaz with his first carry of the game after coming on for Bandara. Dias. Difficult catch there for Sabrin Isra, and the pass didn't go to hand for the win 3/4. Whatever said and done, Laksisi, we've been treated to so many points today. 47 points from Isipathana, 26 from St. Thomas's. Get my calculations out, 73 points.
Right, hurry up.
That's a lot of points to be scored in 60 minutes. Long season for both teams, so defenses will be extremely tired. Shakib Zumri wins it at the Rexona line-out.
Kodi Tuakku push back. Vimsara Costa Tarana and Oteju uses it forward. Nimantha Sandeepa trying to be a bit cheeky that time, and Nimantha Sandeepa collects the loose ball and he will go over for his hat-trick. Third hat-trick against St. Thomas for Nimantha Sandeepa. And with that Amana Bank try, Isipathana, they bring up their half century as well.
And he'll be extremely happy. Knock forward is what he thought it was, but it was not a knock forward, it was knock back. Zero communication there from St. Thomas's College. Sandeepa goes over, but we have a TMO referral here. We're going to have a look at the knock on. Next phase will tell us. I think it's this pass.
Knock forward. Easy to knock here. Time on.
The call that could have gone either way.
Knock forward.
Knock forward is the call. I saw one of the Isipathana College supporters as well. Can have a replay of that supporter. Saw one of the boys saying go to the TMO, no try. So Isipathana College denied of the half century. Nimantha Sandeepa denied of his third hat-trick against St. Thomas's College. And if he does score 3 tries in this game, that's a historic feat against one team. Bulat Sinhalage at 10. If we call the previous one a knock on, that that one is a knock-on as well. So you go from scrum to scrum.
Isipathana with another opportunity inside St. Thomas's College half to try and get over that half-century mark.
Captain.
10 minutes remaining, says the referee.
Ready. Up. Ready.
Rehan Varnasuriya, the culprit there, losing the ball forward. Here's Bimsat. Costa. Jayavi. Assis. In fact, that's a Jaffrad. Jaffrad decides to cut back inside. Bimsat. Back to Costa. Costa. Spotting that little space. Costa almost goes towards the 22-meter mark. Assis has to act as the halfback. Skipper Sumri needs support, and that's a brilliant steal from his opposite number, Mikael Karunaratne. Archer Mendis, Anchor Dias goes for the clearance. Zafra taking his time, collects it. And he thought about running, and now he goes for the kick and chase option. And Archer Mendis lost the ball forward that time. Unfortunately losing it forward. Probably took his eyes off the ball for a little moment. And Bimsat taking it quickly. Tackler needs to release. Smitharana. Tahir fends off the first tackler. Tahir is still going. Bimsat. Sumri goes for a little cross kick. Sumri. And that bounces back and collects it. Mayanka Dias goes for a little kick and chase option. He collects it himself. And he gives it to Aluihare to Bulat Singalage. Unable to find space, advantage over, says the referee. Now St. Thomas's with an opportunity to hit back here. All offside, says the referee, so advantage in favour of St. Thomas's. Again offside. So Isipathana defensive line just not positioning themselves correctly. They take it quickly. Archer Mendis not 10, says the referee. Yes, Mikael Karunaratne held up. And they will go back for that penalty.
Well, with the way the game has gone, I'll tell you this much. The game is anything but over. St. Thomas's College get a penalty. 10 meters away from the line. Karunaratne to Bulat Singalage. The two senior men combining there.
Get back, number 5 back, number 5. Right, go.
Keep it with their forwards. 5 meters away from the line. Good leg drive. Here's Karunaratne once again. Pathana defense holds up. Not rolling away. Here's Karunaratne. Steps past the first. Mikael Karunaratne for his second. No try once again. Denied for the second time in 2 minutes. But another penalty coming up for the Thomians. Whatever that happened there happened behind the referee. So the assistant referee will have to come in here. But there's a penalty coming up for the Thomians.
Isipathana players deceived a bit. Archer Mendis taking that tap behind the referee, and then the Isipathana player going for that tackle. The Nimanda Sandeep did really well there. Mikael Karunaratne thought he had the try. It's not the case, but still Isipathana conceded a penalty earlier.
Free kick coming up for the Thomians.
බෝල් එකට බෑ කික් කරන්න බෑ. ඔයාට බෝල් එක දානකම් පීට් එක ගන්න බෑ.
Now they take the quick tap. Well. St. Thomas's College, what have you done? As Isipathana kicked the ball away. Here's Mayankadais on counter-attack. Does he have it in him to score one more counter-attack try in this game? Mendes to Bulat Singhal again. Runs it hard and strong and gives it to Rehan Varnasuriya. Gains around 5 meters on the turf there, Varnasuriya. Slow ball for Archer Mendes. Slow ball for Archer Mendes and no ball for St. Thomas's College. We go from error to error. And the Thomians, in the last 5 minutes, if they were to win this game, they had to be that much more clinical, Laksisi.
I believe in this encounter, they had given away probably 8 knock forwards. If I'm not wrong, if my count is correct, 8 knock forwards in this fixture. Not something that they'll be happy about. And as we go into the final 5 minutes or the 4 minutes, Bill, we need to decide on our player of the match. And I believe we really can't look further away from Theodore Di Costa. What a game he's had. Scored a try, created tries, and his kicking game has been on point. Here's another one of those little dinks. And the Football World Cup is going on. Decides to do a little kick. And here's one of the new boys on the park for Isipathana, Silmi. Takes it quickly, advantage in favour of Isipathana. Good offload to Jayavira. Jayavira's offload intercepted, but advantage in favour of Isipathana, not 10 meters.
The game has suddenly started to be played at a frantic pace. Quick taps taken. Isipathana don't really need to do this. They're in the lead pretty comfortably as well. And the boys want to try and get that 50 pointer. That's all that I can think of. As Di Costa kicks it out into touch. And our Swiss a perfect player of the match as well. I have to agree with you, Laksisi. What a game the youngster has had, Theodore Di Costa. He had a few people that had things to say about him, but I can say one thing for sure. He's just silenced every single critic out there with today's performance. It's not easy to play in a position that he's playing at his age. And the way he has controlled this game for Isipathana College. And you have to say this game for Isipathana was not won in defense, it was won in attack. And that attack was well marshalled, well orchestrated by Theodore Di Costa, and you can't look away from him. But good games all around from Yui the Kodituakku in the centres. I thought it was a good game from the win 3/4. Abdul Aziz as well. Nimantha Sandeepa played his hand in the first 10 or 20 minutes.
Time off.
Didn't really have to intervene as much
Time on.
as the game progressed, because Di Costa just took the baton and ran away with it.
Theodore Di Costa. Maybe it was the expectations that he set, especially during that knockout final last year. He played brilliantly well. I think probably people were a bit disappointed that he didn't perform up to the expectations earlier in the season, but he has made sure that he has silenced his critics, and he has made sure that he has backed the people who supported him, especially Coach Martis as well. He trusted in him throughout the season, gave him the opportunities, and that has paid dividends for Isipathana. Now Isipathana, as Abid mentioned, searching for that half century to end the season on a high. Nevith Meunaka, he would love to get a hat-trick to his name in his final 15th game. Same with Nimantha Sandeepa as well. Now here's Kavin Jayasingh in Bulgoda, and in Bulgoda loses it forward. Kal Karunaratna. Asha Mendes. St. Thomas's. And they score one last try. Advantage over. It's the referee. Jaffrad takes a little mess out of that, but gives it out to Silmi. Silmi, the youngster, Silmi gaining some good meters. Here's Janusz. Loose ball. Kodituakku gives the offload out to Hakim. Hakim to Imbulgoda. Bulgoda to one of the Sumris. Here's Shakib Sumri. Shakib Sumri with little show and go. Nimantha Sandeepa. That has to be a knock forward from Nimantha Sandeepa. Didn't gather it cleanly in his first attempt.
It's not a knock forward from Shakib Zumri, but it's definitely a knock forward from Nimantha Sandeepa. And with the clock just about to turn red, Laksisi, with the inaugural Rizwi Suhayb trophy going to St. Thomas's College and travelling to Mount Lavinia. The second edition of the Rizwi Suhayb trophy has been won by Isipathana College. What a performance, as two of the stalwarts of Isipathana's 2026 team have been called off.
Shakib Sumri, the skipper, and Nemit Neunaga. They go off for the final time in a 15s game wearing that green jersey. What an outing, what a performance. And now Isipathana, they are playing out there in the last couple of minutes with majority of the players who will take up that baton and take the Isipathana team forward for next year.
Sit. Steady, steady.
Well, if the Thomians are still in the game, they'll see the gap in the Isipathana College defense. 5 men up for Isipathana College in the first line of defense. They're 1 man down as well. Here's Bulat Singalage to Dias. Short ball to the replacement. It's Dammage.
Tackle roll away.
Too slow to roll away at that truck, so there's another chance for the Thomians to try and get a score. Nawaz. Now Mendes to Aman Imran. Knocks rolling away. Lukai Karnaratha will want to try and go to touch and set up a rolling maul. And you have to say that was the only aspect of the game that the Thomians really dominated.
Hurry up.
It was a rolling maul that they dominated, but not the Rexona line out.
Last play.
They had to get the line out right to get the maul going. And when they did get the maul going, it was brilliant. When they got the line out, it was touch and go.
St. Thomas's, they have 1 more game remaining, and those little points that Abid mentioned, they will definitely talk about those points quite a lot before that game against Wesley. It's the 10th place team. They're playing against the 4th ranked team here. They'll be playing against the 6th ranked team of the season next weekend. And they'll be hoping that they can perform far better than this. And Isipathana, they managed to steal that line out, the Rexona line out. Will they try to go for another try? No, they won't. Tenoldi Costa, he kicks it out, and that will be the game. Isipathana, they win the Rizwi Suhayb trophy for the first time after losing that inaugural encounter last year. They'll be really happy with that performance. And look at that, Nimantha Sandeepa, the cult hero at Isipathana College. What a player he has been for the past 3 years. Missed out on the hat-trick today, but 8 tries against St. Thomas's College alone. And Nimantha Sandeepa, what a player, what a talent. And hopefully we will see him playing the game in the upcoming years and taking that Sri Lanka name to the global stage.
Well, all smiles for the green machine today. Everyone wearing green is smiling. And they'll be happy that they have some silverware to take home after a season that didn't go as planned for the green machine. But for the Thomians, with the many trophy games that they have, they only have the 1 trophy, and that's the trophy that they play for against St. Anthony's College, the Father Rosati trophy. Missed out on the Gunaratna, missed out on the Lady Jayatilaka, and missed out on the Rizwi Suhayb trophy as well. But well captained Shakib Zumri. got your team to a good position. And there's a lot of budding talent to come for Isipathana College. And the years to come for the Green Machine. As always, they have their talent coming up the ranks. Isipathana College can be proud of how their team performed today. But a game that had more points than minutes played. 47 to Isipathana College, 26 points to St. Thomas's College, 73 points scored in today's game. Defenses, well, have to be very honest, weren't up to standard, but the attack from both teams was pretty decent, and especially from Isipathana College. I can say that they have found a star in Tenula Di Costa, who played a fantastic hand for their victory in today's encounter. We went into halftime with just a 14-point deficit between the two teams, and it was going to be decided in the second 35 as to who wanted it more, and it looked like St. Thomas's College wanted it really badly when Makal Karunaratne scored off the back of that ball, and it made it a 7-point deficit, and that was the closest that the Thomians got to Isipathana College. And once they lost Shehan Vanigasuriya to a yellow card, things just went from bad to worse as Nevith Mevnaka scored his second try. Brilliant game from the prop forward as well for Isipathana College. Di Costa added the extras. This is where the Thomians lost Roja Karavita. Quite unfortunate, you would have to say. Was shown a blue card and a yellow card. And then this attempted drop goal from Tenula Di Costa that went across the field. A drop / cross kick from him that found the win three-quarter in the corner. And Yui the Konituaku just looked around the fringes and saw space on the left-hand side of that rock and went over to score the try. Good conversion from Tenula Di Costa. And Shakib Zumri has been a brilliant exponent of the line-out for Isipathana College as his brother steals the next line-out, Sajid Zumri. Key stats of this game: the second edition of the Rizwi Suhayb Trophy. Isipathana College win their first of this trophy encounter. 47 points to 26. Have a look at the try count. 11 tries in today's game. 6 of the tries, 7 tries that Isipathana College scored were converted by Tenula Di Costa. 4 tries for the Thomians and 3 conversions off the boot of Mayank Kadayas. But your Swiss Tech perfect player of the match for today's game, Tenula Di Costa, for a fantastic all-round performance from the youngster. The big win for Isipathana College. They'll be ready for the celebrations as the presentation party gets ready as well. We'll cross over for a commercial break and we'll see you on the other side with the presentation party.
To withstand every season. Modern designs, elegant finishes, made to match your style. Alumex handrails.
සේවක ඔබට විශේෂී දීමනාවක් ඕනෑම ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකක් මාස 12න් ටික ගෙවන්න ගන්න. අවම මූලික ගෙවීම රුපියල් 6550 සිට ඔබ ළඟම බාන්ස් එකට යන්න.
දවසම refresh වෙන්න train එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්. Cavani.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සිහින විමන් මවනා ඔබට
Welcome back to Havelock Park. We are all set for the presentation party and Laxis is there with the dignitaries.
And welcome to the presentation of the second Rizwi Suhayb encounter between St. Thomas's College and Isipathana College. Last year St. Thomas's College won the inaugural encounter. This year Isipathana College made a grand comeback and won this thrilling encounter 47 points to 26, where we had 11 tries. So before we begin the presentation party, I would like to welcome the chief guest of this second Rizwi Suhayb encounter, Mrs. Rohaya Suhayb, the wife of late Mr. Rizwi Suhayb, the 1989 St. Thomas distinguished all Isipathana College, especially Mr. Sajid Gurratna, General Manager of Ceylon Agro Industries, Mr. Shriyan Jayavira, Director Marketing of Hemas Consumer Brands, the Warden of St. Thomas's College, Mr. Asanka Pereira, and Mr. Pradeep Chandrasekhar, the Deputy Principal of Isipathana College. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause and welcome the presentation party of the second annual Mr. Rizwi Suhayb encounter between St. Thomas's College and Isipathana College. So I'd like to invite the victorious skipper from Isipathana College, Shakib Sumri, to collect the trophy. What an encounter, 47 points to 26. Isipathana College winning the Rizwi Suhayb trophy for the first time. Let's give a big applause to Isipathana College, the winners of the second Rizwi Suhayb encounter. And I'd like to invite the team to join with the skipper as well. The final game of the season for Isipathana College. What a performance, what a victory. And we'd also like to wish all the best to St. Thomas's as well, as they will take the field once again next weekend against Wesley College.
Congratulations to Isipathana College and Shakib Zumri for winning their first Rizwi Suhayb trophy, which was inaugurated last year. As the boys enjoy the victory, for which concludes their 15-a-side season. It's been a good season for Isipathana College. Could have been better, but they've made their supporters happy with a grandstand finish with a 47 points to 26 victory against Makal Karunaratna's St. Thomas's. 11 tries scored today, 7-2. Isipathana 4-2 St. Thomas's. 6 of those 7 tries converted by Tenula Di Costa and 3 of the 4 tries converted for the Thomians by Mayank Kadayas. And for a fantastic performance today, the Isipathana College fly half Tenula Di Costa walks away with the Swiss Tech Perfect Player of the Match award. Well, that's that then from Havelock Park, the first of the many traditional fixtures to come in this year for 2026. Stay tuned to Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare, for all school rugby action. From myself, Abid Jamil, and my co-commentator, Laxisi De Silva, and the entire production and technical crew from ThePapare, we bid you adieu from Havelock Park.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Higher inverter air conditioner. Be chilled in any heat moment.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Built for every season. Customizable. Lightweight. Made to last beautifully. Alumex fencing system.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes to fresh.
Captain Cool, Captain Cool, Captain Cool. අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සාතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින්
Black Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට්නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
පෙන්වා දෙන රසයක් බැයිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Higher inverter refrigerators. What a spectacular catch.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll off.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.